You want to like and subscribe to my content. You want to share it with your friends. The Force will be with you, always. Hello people, I am Sky Demolisher and welcome to another 12 Days of Anime video. The topic for this video is my favourite anime series that I have watched in 2019, that I have never watched before. Now, some of you would probably think I'm going to say Attack on Titan, and you would have been right, but Attack on Titan is going to be mentioned in at least one other video, and I didn't want to oversaturate it. So, because I have been able to watch other series via Netflix, I decided I would choose one that was on Netflix, and that way people that live in New Zealand with Netflix would be able to watch it. So the series that I have chosen is Fate Apocrypha. Now, you'd already know from my From the Collection Fridays that I now own some of the figures from Fate Apocrypha, and that is exactly why I own those figures, because I sat down and watched the series. I haven't quite finished it yet, because I keep getting distracted, which is very naughty of me, but nobody is here to spank me and tell me I'm wrong. Not that we need that kind of thing. But yeah, there were other series that I wanted to watch that unfortunately were going to end on Netflix, so I had to get my way through them. And they were things like Death Note. And I really wanted to catch that because I own the manga now, and I wanted to see what it was like. And also because I own a few of the statues from it that I got like 10 years ago. So I haven't managed to finish Fate Apocrypha, but the story has really drawn me in. I really like the characters in it, like Frankenstein and stuff. And there are other characters that I was like, whoa, they're really interesting. And then they've taken a turn afterwards, and I'm sort of like, wow, I did not see that coming. Now, I'm not going to give away who it was or, anything like that, because I want you guys to experience these series for yourselves and not experience them through me and with me giving you spoilers. So it's actually the second Fate series that I've watched. Unfortunately, I started on, I think it was Fate Stay Night, and I was really enjoying that, and then it was gone from Netflix, and I completely missed that it was ending. So this time around I was like, I've really got to sit down and watch it. So basically what I tried to do is watch an episode a night. And then an episode a night would turn into a couple episodes. And I watch a film every night, so it's really good to sort of sit down and watch after I've watched the film. From watching the show, I really enjoyed the characters, and that's what drew me into getting the statues. And I've always been a sucker for urban fantasy, that's it. Urban fantasy. It's basically where you take like the modern day and you add in fantasy elements. And that's one of the things I've enjoyed about the show, because I love things with magic and stuff, things like Full Metal Alchemist. And I think that this show, although it's not like Full Metal, it's still really brilliant for that style of fantasy. Obviously, it would be very hard to compare something to Full Metal Alchemist, because that really draws you into like the hero's journey that the Elric brothers go on, and you really sympathise with them. Whereas in the Fate series, it's sort of like, I suppose the best way to put it is, the world is in danger and people are playing games in order to win. And That's probably the best way to do it. And I think that probably something that I would find it comparable to would be a film I've got called X. Now, I'm not sure if it's just called X everywhere or if it had an extended name, but it came out in sort of like the early 90s, I think, and I think the original film itself is from somewhere in the 80s. It's just one of those anime films that got brought to the West. And although it's translated, it probably didn't translate very well. But that's probably the closest thing I could find comparable to it. So I've really enjoyed the Fate series because of these sort of overarching stories and the differences between characters. But also that they're adding in like classes and stuff. So it's actually a really hard series to try to explain. It's kind of like watching a video game being played without playing the video game. Maybe that's a good way of explaining it. But I've really enjoyed it. And that's why it is my favourite series that I've watched in 2019. But not a series that I have purchased. Just because, like I said, I want you that have Netflix to be able to go out and watch it yourself and experience it yourself. I know some people are like, you know, with the Fate series, you should probably start at the start and then go into the other series. But I think if you just see something you like in the Fate series, just go for that one and watch it, and then you might end up watching some of the others too. But I hope you've enjoyed this, and until next time, take care of yourselves. Bye.